Hey everybody, welcome back to the Plays and Fades YouTube channel. I'm your host Gordo Gambles and welcome back to another Best Bets video. This time for UFC Vegas 85, we have ourselves a 13 fight slate and I'm here bringing you guys my favorite bets on the entire card. We got lots of action with a lot of exciting events coming up. I'm looking forward to just breaking down some fights, and as always, these Best Bets video will be provided to you weekly, sponsored by Coolbet. I'm just giving you the plays that I'm playing myself, breaking them down in a bit more detail all in a condensed little video, not waste any time, getting right to it. So hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, show some love. Let's do this. Now, the first bet I have locked in this week, and one that has, blown up a little bit in the money line, but you can still get it at minus 182 on Coolbet. That is going to be Renato Moicano to win the co-main event. Now, Drew Dober is no slouch. There's no putting that past him, Dober has power. He is a very threatening individual with a pretty good jawline, too, if you ask me. But Renato Moicano, I think, just has him covered in a more well-versed MMA game. I think on the mat, the clear advantage goes to Moicano, and that is not really up for debate here. Instead, here we have to compare the striking, and I just think that the discrepancy in the striking is smaller than the discrepancy in the ground game. I think Moicano could very much hold his own. He has good volume. He has shown decent durability. And though he has been knocked out, I think that he still has more minute winning equity here, having the ability to take it down to the mat, as well as seeing that Dober has been dropped himself. His chin is not perfect, although his striking defense makes it look like he has to be. So at the end of the day, there is always a chance for Drew Dober to get that knockout shot. I'm not putting that past him. It is a possibility. I just think that more than the line entails, Renato Moicano wins this fight. And I personally have 2.8 units on him at minus 140. At minus 180, I still think there's some good value here on Coolbet. I do think Moicano gets it done. I'm personally picking submission. I do think he has a clear advantage on the ground. I do think he is the rightful favorite this weekend in the co-main event. Next up, let's get some prop value this time. Minus 118, fight doesn't go the distance for Jamal Pogues, Thomas Petersen. Very first fight of the night, let's dive right into it. I just think this is a mispriced line. You have ourselves two heavyweights here, two big boys. The fight doesn't go as evens. And truly with their styles, I understand why a Pogues fight could go the distance, but Thomas Petersen is not the type of guy to want to do that. Petersen has never seen the judges' scorecards, and the one time he did reach round 3, he was knocked out and his only loss there. I do think this guy is a very front-loaded fighter. His cardio may be of concern, but he himself is an opportunistic finisher. He has very, very dominant ground and pound once from top position, and that's where he's going to look to take this fight. As a whole, though, I think that he fights at a pace that really tries to drain him out, and if Pogues does, in fact, have the better cardio, Pogues himself would get a later finish, but I do think that a finish materializes early for Petersen. He has round 1 finish upside, whether it be dominant ground and pound on the mat or potential submission upside, too, in a fight that should be a heavyweight slot fest. And when heavyweight fights end inside the distance as often as they do, and yet we're getting evens on this fight here, I have to take advantage of it here. Give me the fight as the decision in the Pogues versus Petersen fight. I do think this one ends violently between two very big guys with questionable cardio. All right, let's throw it back to a bit of plus money here. Give me an underdog here, plus 180, Charlie Radtke. Now, don't let his optics on the mic really affect him this time here. I do think there's a bit of recency bias. He didn't perform to the best of ability against Blood Diamond. That cost him some fans. And Gilbert Urbina is a guy who's coming off a very impressive win against Kosi. Now, Kosi did look pretty bad in that spot, and I do think it's people overreacting to a dominant performance against a poor fighter. Urbina, I think, has many flaws. Although he is a very athletic specimen with tools all over the place, I don't like his striking defense. I think he can be caught in transition, and his durability and cardio are definitely questionable. When it comes down to an overall skill set of the two, I think it's just completely unjustified to make Charlie Radtke, a guy who is very well-rounded in his own right, such a large underdog. I do think he wins this fight more than the line entails. I think he wins this fight in general, and we're getting a good plus money to back the guy here. Radtke has good combinations on the feet, a good ability to work in transition, and is a dangerous fighter in his own right. I do think he has tools here to get it done, and at plus 180, I am really liking that number this week. Last but not least, let's give ourselves another prop here. Let's go another fight doesn't go the distance. This time between Khizriev and Muradov. Minus 160 here on Coolbet. Another spot I am liking, just between two guys who like to fight at a very frantic pace, especially Khizriev here. Khizriev is a guy who is an early submission hunter. He has got an incredible record because of it, and he's a guy who is very dominant on the mat. He goes out there early, looks for submissions, and he is a guy who I think has an advantage on the mat here. Now, is it as clear as the price tag entails? Maybe not here, so I might be leaning towards a bet on Muradov too, but I do think the path to victory for Khizriev is early ground success. Aside from that, the better striker of the two in my eyes is Muradov, and a guy with a ton of power later on is also going to be Muradov, who I think needs a knockout to have continued success. You add in the questionable cardio of Khizriev, a late finisher Muradov could be on the table. So I do think it's either Khizriev early on the mat or Muradov late on the feet. Either way, I do think the winner finishes inside the distance, and at minus 160, we're getting a decent number to take it here. That is another bet I'm liking this weekend. But with that, guys, those are 4 bets I am liking this weekend, and I'm all personally taking on Coolbet. We have Charlie Radtke moneyline, Renato Moicano moneyline, and then the fight doesn't go the distance in Thomas Petersen versus Jamal Pogues, and between Khizriev and Muradov. 4 bets I'm liking, 4 bets I'm taking. You can join me in the code in the description down below. Join me on Coolbet using code Gordo for a 100% deposit match all the way up to $200. Great deal, great book. I appreciate them for supporting me throughout these videos. And with that, guys, if you have any more questions about my entire betting slate or what I'm playing in this card as a whole, check me out on Twitter at GamblesGordo. My full card will be posted there, as well as I already do have a full card breakdown posted on the Plays and Fade YouTube channel. But with that, guys, I wish everyone the best of luck in all your betting endeavors this weekend, and let's make some money, guys.